DreAllDay.com.
DreAllDay.com. Now I want to talk about efficiency, which is what I was going to talk about in my previous video, but I digressed on another topic. But efficiency is about, as I touched on in that vid, efficiency is about getting as much return on investment from your productivity as possible. In other words, the analogy that I used is, let's say you're trying to get 1 million video views on YouTube, or I guess for some of you it's TikTok now. You can make 1 million videos to get 1 view a piece, 100,000 videos to get 10 views a piece, or you could try to find a way to engineer 1 video to get 1 million views, or you can just make 1 video and just promote the hell out of that 1 video till 1 million people see it. Run ads behind it or something like that. So efficiency is about how do we get the most out of what we have, especially when you have a limited amount of resources. Now, why is this important? Well, if you think about it, hopefully some of you, if you're familiar with my work, you should know why this is important, because what's the most limited resource that we all have in common, and we all got the exact same amount? Answer is time. We only got 24 hours in a day, and everybody has a certain amount of time on this planet before you're done. As far as I know, the last that I checked, as far as the current science, everybody dies. Now, people have different amounts of money. We have different amounts of energy. We got different amounts of attention and focus. Those are other 4 forms of investment. Time is the 5th one. Time is the only one that is not. Time is the only one that's not variable. It's variable in the big picture, meaning some people might live to 50, some people might be 80, some of you might live to 115. But as far as on a daily basis, we all got the same amount, which is 24 hours each day, right? So that's the one that is most important when it comes to efficiency, because you can't just go get more of it. Money you can go get more of. So some of you right now, you're trying to make things happen in your business, but you only got a certain amount of money to work with. You're like, damn, well, I can only do so much with the money that I have. You could go make more money and you'll have more of that resource to do more with in your business. If right now your energy is low and you want to do more, you could, do some things to engineer yourself and your life so that you have more energy on a daily basis. You could do that. If your attention span is too short, or you haven't been able to focus as well, there are things you can do to get better at that. But time, nothing you can do to manufacture more time in your day. But you can become more efficient with the time that you do have. So one way that you can do this is, and if you have staff, you can hire employees. You can get other people to work with you. So over the course of 24 hours, instead of 1 person doing a bunch of work, you can have 2 people doing work, or 3 or 4 or 5 people doing work. This is a way that you can increase your efficiency by having more than 1 person doing some work. Or you could have, nowadays we got systems and software as a service. So you have artificial intelligence that can get work done for you other than you doing everything yourself. Now, that's not specifically what I want to talk about in this video. In this video, I want to talk about just for you personally. So whether you're the staff person working for somebody else, or you're the person who's maybe thinking about getting some other people on your team, while you do that or before you do that, let's talk about what you're doing with the time that you have, you personally. That's where the efficiency needs to come in. And I got to thinking about this. Tell you why, because actually right now I'm doing something. Today I had to do something that was not efficient. I ended up doing something that was not efficient. I went to pick up food twice today. I just came from picking up food for the 2nd time today. So I get a meal delivery service 6 days a week, but I like to not get it every day, because on the 7th day of the week, I like to just go get food from other places and try stuff out and things like that. And today, the schedule just happened to work out to where I had to drive to go pick up food 2 times. I don't really like getting delivery because I don't know how it is where you live, but here in Miami, when I order food for delivery, they take too damn long, and by the time the food gets there, it is not fresh anymore. But when I go pick it up, it can be fresh because I could go and pick it up right when it's ready. But anyway, that got me thinking about efficiency, because next week this cannot happen. Last week it didn't happen this way, so it just happened today this way. But I don't want to be this inefficient with time, because every time I go pick up food, that's 30 minutes off the clock. That's an hour out of my day that I could have been using to do something that is more valuable for me time-wise than picking up food. So efficiency is about, first of all, what can we do to be more efficient? First thing we need to do is make sure that in the time that you are doing stuff, that you are actually getting things done, not wasting time. So the first step to increasing efficiency is to decrease the deficiencies, the inefficiencies is a better way of saying it. The inefficiencies, the time that is, let's say you're supposed to spend an hour reading a book, but instead of reading a book for an hour, you spent 42 minutes reading the book and 18 minutes scrolling through Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. That's an inefficiency. That 18 minutes that got wasted, we got to eliminate the inefficiencies. That's the first step. The inefficiencies must go. That's the number one step to increasing your efficiencies. You can't let the inefficiencies creep in. So any of you is catching yourself wasting time or doing things or being sucked, having your time sucked away by time wasting activity, which we all can become victim to, because these devices that we have, these smartphones, are designed to suck your time away and have you paying attention to stuff that has nothing to do with what you're supposed to be doing. So you got to catch yourself with that. And again, structure leads to discipline. Remember that. Structure creates the discipline. So that's number one, is getting rid of the inefficiencies. Secondly, let's go right back to that word, structure. Do you have a structure in place that ensures you know what you're supposed to be doing? Now, whether you actually do it or not is a different question. But is there a structure in place that tells you right now, at this moment, this is what you're supposed to be doing? Do you have that? All of you have it available. It's called a calendar. All right, all of you have it available. It's called a schedule, or it's called a day planner. All of you have that. Right? It's free. It comes on your phone. You can buy one from Amazon or Office Max or Staples for $2. All right, so any of you can have this, and you need to be using it. You need to know exactly what your agenda is. I was speaking to someone today and they were saying, yeah, I got a schedule, but it's in my head. That doesn't count. Schedule that's in your head does not count. Goals that are in your head don't count. It needs to be on paper, written down, whether digitally or physically. It needs to be written down to where if somebody else said, let me see your schedule, you can show it to them. Let me see it. I need to be able to look at it. I don't want you to tell me. I want to see it with my eyes. So you need to have your schedule planned out and written down. Whatever you want to be efficient at needs to be written out and spelled out. Third thing, when it comes to being efficient, is, are you measuring? What's the accountability? Understand that not only do people get held accountable, processes get held accountable. So if you say this is my schedule, and you lay your schedule out, you got it on paper like Dre said in that video on YouTube, and then you're laying it out, now we got to be looking at that thing, those things that you did, and asking yourself, is this actually getting me where I want to go? That's the next question you got to ask yourself, because being efficient is not just about being efficient, it's also about being effective. Because effective is about hitting the goals. So, is sticking to your schedule getting you where you want to be? If the answer is yes, then keep doing it. If the answer is no, then you got to stop doing it. And let me put something in here, because I talk to enough people to know the common responses that I get to these points that I'm making. One of the common responses when I ask a question like that, what I just said, is doing what you're doing getting you to where you want to go? Often the answer is, I'm not there yet, but as long as I keep working on it, it will eventually work. That is nonsense. That is bullshit. That's a lie. And I want to be quiet for a second, because I want that one to sink in, because I hear this so often. So I know some of you are already thinking that, and you're already telling yourself that. Some of you have told yourself this very lie today. For the 37th time, you told yourself this lie. I'm just going to keep doing the same thing that I'm doing, and it will work out. That's nonsense. No, it won't. You need to do something different. You need to add something into your process in order to make sure that that process is going to get you where you want to go. Just keep doing the same thing that has not gotten you there yet, and say, I'm going to just keep doing it, and I just keep working on my own, then things are going to work out. You know that's nonsense. You know that's some bullshit. And again, understand who you're talking to or who you're listening to. I talk to people like you every single day. So I've heard all the rationalizations, I've heard all the lies, I've heard all the bullshit. No, it's not. Your thing that you're doing is not getting you where you want to go. Then at some point you got to say, let me stop doing this thing that I keep doing, because that's not working. I need a different process. I need to take some different actions. We can't just keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting or claim that we expect a different result. We all know what that's called. It's called the definition of insanity. We all know that cliche. And it's a cliche because it's based in truth. So this is what your efficiency is about. Not effectiveness, but efficiency. And they all work together. As I told you, the three things that I mentioned in the last video that I did. So, and all that said, let me tell you what your call to action is right now. First of all, text me Tell me the best point you got from this vid. Tell me what you want to do different based on what you heard in this vid. Or you can just text me, let me know you want to get my daily motivation text. Once you text me, you'll be in my text community, which means you'll be getting my daily motivation text. It comes out every single day for free to everybody who's in my text community. My number is 305-384-6894. Numbers down below in the description. And secondly, Work on Your Game University. That is where I do all my coaching. That's where all my courses are. That's where all my high level trainings are at. Just go to workonyourgameuniversity.com. You can schedule a time to get on a call with me, free call, me or somebody on my team. We can talk about where you're at, where you want to go, and we can tell you what our program looks like and how it could possibly help you if you're a good fit. Or you also have the option of getting access to all of our courses, and you can take those at your own pace. You can get access to all of our trainings, all of our high-level deep dives and frameworks. There's an access level for that as well, and then there's a coaching access level. All of that is at workonyourgameuniversity.com. Link to that and my number, both down below in the description to this video. Work on your game. Dre all day.